This video is sponsored by Moment, the one-stop shop for any photographer, but more on them later.
Wait, I'm not rolling yet, sorry. Alright, rolling. Sorry, mate.
Last in the bag, scene one, take one.
Hey, and what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm in my cold studio. I think it's currently -1 outside in London at the moment. So it's the reason why I've not actually been out and about, because it's just too cold for me, if I'm completely honest. I might see if I can do it next week, but I'm on here to tell you that I'm really excited to announce that in less than a week, on the 26th of January 2024, I'm about to release my 5th film. Now, I can't believe I'm actually at this stage right now. If you asked me like 18 months ago, maybe 2 years, that I will be in a position where I'm about to release a 5th film, let alone a sort of like a second or a first or anything like that, I wouldn't believe you. But I have literally knuckled down in the last 12 months or so to try to make sure that I can make this happen. And I'm truly grateful to everybody that was involved in this production. One of the reasons why it has taken me so long to get the ball rolling on anything really is because of how much work goes into actually creating something. As an actor, it is quite simple. You get sent a script, you go to location, you shoot and you go home. But to actually create it from start to finish is a process. It's a very sort of like long-winded. You need a script, you need to make sure you've got a good team together, you need an idea, and then you also need the courage to get up and start doing it. And one thing that I have learned in 2023 that I do in fact have the courage, and what happened with my last film has really given me the sort of determination to carry on and keep on going. Hence the reason why in November last year we shot Last in the Bag. Last in the Bag is another short film. I'm just still trying to cut my teeth as a filmmaker, and it's about 10 minutes long, give or take. And again, I try to raise the profile, raise the game a little bit with the whole production, how well it can look. And I was lucky enough to bring in a bit of a crew for this one as well. The wonderful Shirag and Selma came along and helped with behind the camera. Shirag's intel and understanding of camera work really benefited this entire production. What he brought to the table was completely and utterly priceless. And having Selma around to sort of help with the not only the BTS, which you are the behind the scenes footage which you are looking at throughout this video, but she also helped out with sort of making sure the other talent, which was Reese, who you may remember if you are a fan of the channel from the Green Room. He came along and acted beside me, and she helped with the sound and with the camera and then the setup. Basically, without her, we'll probably be a little bit lost. So fantastic addition to the team, and I do truly hope that we get a chance to work with each other going forward. But it did, the whole process of creating a film from start to finish. The script side of it, I wrote it myself. It was a sort of extended version of a small scene that I wrote for a showreel piece, and I just basically put a little bit of meat to the bones. And Reese was just outstanding as my colleague within the whole production itself. He came on board, he knew his lines, which I suppose is what he needed to do, but things he knew him straight off the bat. He didn't sort of, unlike me where I struggled even though I wrote the script, you know, because I put it down, I was, oh, I know this, I wrote it, I don't need to look at it again. It turns out I do. It turns out that I dropped the ball a little bit by not learning my lines for the day. So guys, I do apologize. I will know better for next time. But it was, even though it was a cold shoot, we shot it in this location in my fantastic sort of little studio, which benefits not only for my YouTube videos, but for my little shoots that I do. And also it's a great location, a rustic location for these type of films that I like to make at the moment. Before I continue with this video, I would like to thank the sponsors that have made it possible, and they are a company called Moment. Now, Moment is a one-stop shop for anything photography or filmmaking. Now, they sell anything from camera bags to camera equipment to gear. And as a photographer and filmmaker, gear becomes an absolute obsession. They also do courses to help you develop your skills as a photographer and filmmaker, and they also offer editing software as well. But one of the things that I really like about Moment is, as a photographer walking around the streets of London, Sometimes you get a little bit overwhelmed of where you're going, and have specialized travel holidays for photographers that will take you to the best sites and get the best images. And that sounds pretty awesome. I'm going to try to convince the wife that it might be a good idea for our next city break. But guys, there is a link in the notes below, the very top one. It would be fantastic if you will go and check them out. But in the meantime, let's get back to the video. Now, I'm not going to tell you too much about the plot itself because I really do want you to watch it. It comes out, it's next Friday if you're watching it as I release this video, but the 26th of January 2024. And it again will be put forward for a number of film festivals, just like the last film. And I'm hoping to do as well, hopefully maybe even a little bit better than the 10 awards that Been Here Before has in fact made. I've got some fantastic relationships with some film festivals because of the success of Been Here Before, and I'm hoping that they will consider Last in the Bag because of the success that I've had with my previous work. And that's all that I'm doing. That's all that I'm sort of trying to build here at the moment, is a reputation as a good filmmaker, somebody who likes to tell a story via the camera with interesting characters, with interesting plots. And the people who I've shown Last in the Bag to already as a bit of a test screening, they seem to be very pleased with it. When I try to tell a story, I always try to do it in a way that is a segment of somebody's life. As an actor, a fantastic director of mine from drama school, a guy called Jeremy Young, taught me that when you are portraying a character, you're only seeing this part of their life. They lived life before it, and they hopefully, if they survive the production, they live life after it. So when I try to create, especially a short film, I want people to sort of potentially want to know what happens next. Leave something that can go, right, who was that person? What are they going to do next? And there's obviously a life leading up to this particular time when this person is in this particular situation, in this particular time. And that's how I like to try my storytelling. And I might go in a little bit more in depth with how I create such a story in a later video. I might need to put some notes together and try to make a really sort of informative way of how I structure a story, how I gather the team around me, and how I sort of go out and shoot and think of a shot list, and having the help of somebody like Shirag, who is a sensational cinematographer who sort of gave up some fantastic suggestions for particular camera angles, and also his knowledge of lenses and focal lengths and everything like that, which I really don't as a filmmaker. It's really good. Like, you hear like big directors like Spielberg and Tarantino discuss how well they like the information and the sort of feedback from their cinematographers on how to shoot particular scenes to make it look like the image that they want in their head. So absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna leave it here. Like, this is not too much one, it's just be sort of like a bang on the drum, a little bit of an advertisement for this particular film, and a big thank you to everybody that was involved. And unfortunately, we did have another guy who was supposed to be involved, a sound guy, but again, he sort of fell ill, but we are still in contact, and hopefully I will get a chance to work with him in the next production. But I am actually really cold in the studio, so I'm gonna go and put my jacket back on. I'm gonna leave the trailer at the end of this video. So yeah, if you are interested in anything that I do here at Benham Media, don't forget to like this video because it really helps, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification so when I release the film, you'll get a little ping on your phone and you can watch it straight away. But guys, thank you so much for all of your ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, see you soon.
You know who I am, right?
Yeah, you're John Burr.
Just runs me through, so I go hopelessness and sell it in jars. Oh, 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 oh.
Are you my last peanut?